Welcome to Vets Talk, a veteran's perspective on our world today, fair, unbalanced, and courageously honest. I am Dr. Scott McGill, Executive Director of Veterans in Defense of Liberty. Today, many are asking each other, what the hell is going on? And many are responding, politics is politics. Politicians will be politicians. So, in the infamous words of the Queen of Corruption, what difference at this point does it make? We're here to tell you it makes all the difference in the world, for us, for our country, and for the future of humanity. Steve Bannon recently articulated what we are really up against when he said, if you think they're going to give you your country back without a fight, you are sadly mistaken.
They're corporatist, globalist media that are adamantly opposed to an economic nationalist agenda like Donald Trump has. If you think they're going to give you your country back without a fight, you are sadly mistaken.
The recent Harvard study has demonstrated to us that there must be a coordinated effort by the media in order to save their ideological vision for the future of America from what they consider the evil intentions of President Trump and his basket deplorables, from draining the swamp and returning America to its time-honored constitutional foundation as a nation of laws. The Harvard study evaluated Trump's first 100 days and found they set a new standard for unfavorable press coverage of a president. Of the total news stories examined, the study found that 41% focused on Trump. That was 300% greater than the coverage for previous presidents, and that the coverage was universally negative, averaging 80% negativity and reaching as high as 90% negativity when the stakes were higher, as with the healthcare reform issue. It is apparent to Veterans in Defense of Liberty that the American government could not maintain its banana republic level of corruption if it were not for our banana republic news media. First, the Russians colluded with Trump to affect the outcome of the election. Not so. The truth makes no difference to the collectives, the liberals, the progressive, Democrats, Green Party, Socialist, Communist, LBGT, news media, the deep state, and the rest. For those of us who grew up with Star Trek, the collectives function as the Borg with their hive minds, and they stay on the offensive. Saul Alinsky to the max, and to them the ends justify the means. The truth is unimportant. Then we have the classic Democrat U-turn with firing of Comey. The inconvenient truth is that the president was well within his constitutional rights to fire a subordinate, especially when that subordinate's superior, the DOJ, called for it. How then are the collectives able to reverse their position without missing a beat? How can they make such a rapid U-turn is foreign to the conservative mind, a mind which is bound by the same values as is our Constitution. That is, a Judeo-Christian value system where honesty is a guiding principle. When explaining why this is going on, we get many fraudulent and fake explanations. Some argue because the Democrats can't accept the real reason for her defeat. Wrong. They know that this is bogus. Russian meddling does not explain Democrat defeats in gubernatorial races, in the state legislation races, or in the United States House and Senate races. Okay, it must be that Democrats hate President Trump. Well, indeed they do. But only because he blocks what they have worked to achieve for over 100 years, the socialization and globalization of America.
Burning cars and smashed windows.
They hate Trump, but more than that, they hate our culture, they hate our freedom, They hate our constraining Constitution. They hate what America is, and they hate us. Suffice it to say, from the collective's perspective, as skewed as it is, any smears, slanders, lies, or character assassinations are fair game if that helps achieve the desired end. Remember, the end justifies the mean. What we see today is the exercising of their battle plan, designated to scare never-Trumpers, weak Republicans, and the masses who have no concept of what's going on, into siding with them. And that is working. Their unrelenting, fraudulent scandals not only cover up all the real news, but also wear the people down. They know that if successful, they may well bring Trump down. But even if that doesn't work, they will still take the elections in 2018 and 2020, thereby accomplishing the end that justifies their mean, the establishment of the United Socialist States of America. This orchestrated battle plan is beyond our control, but we must put a stop to it now. Please believe us, this is not just Chicken Little. We really are at war. A war of diametrically opposed philosophies as to the purpose of government. Upon its outcome rests the future of America, this great experiment in freedom. Many of us believe that while we fight this battle on a secular level, it is also no less than a spiritual war, a monumental moment in the battle between good and evil. We are called to stand strong on the side of good. Newt Gingrich stated recently, "Surrender or fight. Our country is at stake." And Lou Dobbs called it what it is when he stated, "This is war, damn it, so go to war now." Veterans in Defense of Liberty understands what Mr. Bannon, Mr. Dobbs, and Speaker Gingrich are saying, and we will go to the mat for America. Since the birth of our nation, our liberty has been purchased by valiant men and women of deep conviction, great courage, and bold action. The cost has often been a tremendous sacrifice. We need to be those valiant men and women in defense of our constitutional republic, and that is not without sacrifice. We need to stand strong and together, and that may require a sacrifice of our time, our talent, and our treasure. But considering the sacrifices made by so many for us, isn't it only proper that we make whatever sacrifice is demanded for the preservation of liberty and freedom for our children, our grandchildren, their grandchildren, and for America? No matter what else you do, please see Veterans in Defense of Liberty's new and growing website at VitalAmerica.org. If you're a vet, join us. If not, add your name to the fight and receive our emails and other important information. You can view our news page with news from the most respected sources. Just read the headlines daily, and you will be better informed than 80% of the American public. Contact me if you desire, but get involved now. There is strength in numbers, and America will not fall on our watch. This has been Vets Talk, the veterans' take on our world today. Fair, unbalanced, and courageously honest.